Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another Free the Peace Friday episode. And I don't know, we got a weird one today, folks. This is, well, I don't really know what it is. It's Tough Wheels, I guess. Tough, rough, and ready for action. I guess it's in 1/60th scale. I guess it's item number 16,000. 16,000-2 Firebird 1979 10th Anniversary Special Edition. They're commemorative cars. They are die-cast metal, and they are authentic scaled models with customized styling. And I think that says Quick Slicks high-speed wheels there for ages over 3 years old. Oh, they're made by Kidco, it looks like. So this is going to be a Kidco car. I've heard of them before. This thing looks pretty vintage, now that you know I can read by reading the package. Maybe we should read the back of the package. It looks like it was also at Pick and Save. Pick and Save is a grocery store chain. I don't know if you guys have them in your area, but I have a lot of them actually in my area, Pick and Saves. I actually go to Pick and Save all the time. That's where I go do most of my grocery shopping. So apparently it was 97 cents back in the day. Well, what is back in the day? Let's take a peek. Copyright date on this one is 1981. Kidco, 1981. Kidco Inc., Beeline Drive in Bennsville. Was that Illinois? Looks like Tough Wheels had quite a few different cars, because it comes with a checklist here. Yeah, there might be some cool stuff. Look at the European racing cars. There's a Lotus, Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari 512M, Porsche. You know, this might be an interesting thing to look for a few more of these Kidco Tough Wheels, depending on what the quality is of them once we get into it here. Look at those deluxe sports cars. Lamborghini Countach. Definitely going to have to look into getting that one. 308 GTB. So it looks like they had a couple different color variations. Where would this one be? Commemorative cars, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, Firebird. So the commemorative cars had 4 different cars. It looks like in the little sub-series, this would be the only one. The 79 10th Anniversary Special Edition Firebird, which I think the 10th Anniversary... the 10th Anniversary Special Edition Firebird was also made by, I think Greenlight did one too. I think. So interesting packaging on this guy. We know it's somewhat vintage. At least the copyright date on the packaging is 1981. So we're going to say maybe it came out around 1982, which is a great year because it was the year that I came into this world. Yeah, so now you know how old I am. But... and it's pretty cool too because it's a Firebird. And you guys know I collect birds. So let's go ahead and take a look at these Quick Slicks high-speed wheels Kidco commemorative 10th Anniversary Special Edition Firebird. Let's free the peace on this vintage packaging. This is kind of cool to have these vintage packagings. I almost want to save the cards for stuff like this, just as a reference, because I know that information on some of these off-brands can be difficult to find online sometimes, and I don't know if there's a resource out there for Kidco. I doubt it. So this may be something I think I am going to save this just for the checklist back here, just so I've got an actual documented list of vehicles, because I might peek on eBay for some of these other ones. Who knows? I might. Let's take a look at this. All right, let's get the camera zoomed in here, and we'll take a look at this Firebird. So we've got opening doors, obviously, as they come open in the package. We're going to see how those shut in just a second. We've got a tampo here, or printed detail, whatever you want to call it. Fire chicken up on the front, two-color design. We've got that gray color up there, accenting the T-top. Nothing in the back. We have a Kidco 1981 copyright here, and it looks like it was made in Macau. A chrome plastic base. And we got a little bit of suspension. The wheels don't feel like they would be very fast at all. These slick wheels. I don't think they'd be very quick down a track. In fact, this doesn't roll all that well. It rolls, but not as well as you would think it would be for this type of advertising. And I don't think that's just because it's old. I just think it doesn't roll all that well. All right. More details here. Red interior. It's got a sort of yellow colored plastic for the windows. And then, of course, these opening doors. Let's see how they shut after sitting in this package since 1981. And they shut pretty good. Okay, I did push those in strategically so they would shut well. If I just went and tried to slam them when they were out like that, they probably wouldn't have shut very well. But I pushed in and forward, and they shut pretty decent. I don't know. That's a pretty cool little model. I think it's interesting enough to the point where I might, check them out. Check out a couple more of the cars on the list just to see what else is out there. I'm guessing if you search by Tough Wheels, that's going to be the way to find them instead of searching by Kidco. I'm guessing Tough Wheels you're probably going to have better luck. Kidco is probably going to come up with all sorts of weird stuff. They did some other cars that probably weren't in the Tough Wheels series and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't know enough about them. And I mean, these aren't that fantastic where, you're going to want to try to collect them all or anything. I don't know if there's anybody out there that's really a hardcore Kidco collector. No idea. Nobody I know is anyway. But it's kind of cool to get this little vintage car in the package and have a nice little blister pull of a Firebird. At least it's a casting that I collect. And like I said, when I'm looking in the back here, I mean, there's a step side, a camper, a 4x4 truck. There's some trucks. There's some all sorts of different stuff here that might be fun to go after. There's some more muscle. There's another Firebird. That's a different one. Daytona Charger. This might be interesting. Let me just take a picture of this. There's motorcycles even, it looks like. So I don't know if this is just 1 year of releases from them. If it is, that's pretty robust. It's a lot of cars. Interesting to say the least. So I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about this Kidco Firebird in the comments down below. I'd be interested to know. Do you have any Kidco cars in your collection? Number one. And if you do, like the Kidco, I'm trying to think of what was the popular Kidco car, or what was the most prevalent that I see. And I think it's those Burn & Key cars or whatever. I think were made by Kidco as well. I could be off on that, but they would be just like this, but they would have a hole in the back that you'd stick a key into. And then the front of the car would be rubber. So that they would bounce, you would be able to chip them all up. And the bases, I believe, for those cars were metal. So those are the only Kidco cars I'm really familiar with. I'm not really familiar with the Tough Wheels. So I don't know if I've ever really seen any other of the Tough Wheels. And if I have, I don't know if necessarily I would recognize them. I don't know if the wheels are the same on all of them. I'm really not sure. They all have these, quick slicks with that design. Not really sure. But you guys let me know in the comments down below if you know anything about Kidco. If you had these as a kid. I know I did not. When I was a child, I don't think I had any of these. I don't remember getting Tough Wheels. I don't remember at all. And I think the early 80s, and now I'm just kind of rambling, but I think the early 80s was kind of an odd time in diecast where you actually had, I think, quite a few choices of stuff that was for sale. Of course, Hot Wheels were, of course, the most popular with Matchbox, at least in the U.S. Hot Wheels were the most popular. Matchbox was probably not that far behind. And then you had some like Tomica pocket cars that were out in the U.S. at that time. You've got the Kidco stuff. I think Ertl made some stuff in close to 1/64 scale. I'm trying to think of what else was out there. Maybe Yatming. I think maybe that was around the early 80s time as well. Road Champs. I think that might have been early 80s, early or late 80s. I'm not really sure. I'm not really up on the vintage diecast, but some of these older brands like this are pretty interesting. At least I think so myself. All right. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. And if anybody knows a resource for these cars or anything like that, please share it with me. It'd be interesting just at least to peek through. So yeah, pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching another Free the Piece Friday episode. Again, I recommend you free the piece on Friday. Tag me in the process, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, shoot me a link on YouTube. You can even email me something that you free if you want to. Championdjk@gmail.com. And fire me an email, show me what you freed. I think that would be kind of cool to do it that way too. And maybe I'll share it to Instagram or something. I don't know. Who knows what I could do with that if I get a bunch of emailed free the piece submissions if you don't want to share it to your own social media or whatever. But yeah, pretty darn cool. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day.